thumbs up if y'all can hear me. My bad. Give people a few more minutes to come in, give some time to come in before we get started. I got something else to teach you, Kiera. Stay tuned, okay? I got you. I'm going to teach you something else. All right. Can y'all guys hear me loud and clear before we get started? Let me know. Thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Peace. Salute. Can you hear me good? Make sure everybody can hear me before we go any further. All right. Audio is good. Okay. So I got a few more topics than last show last week. Some information. Some just some like, have a little fun, right? And then we're going to get into a little bit of politics. Not too heavy, We're just gonna watch the show that happened a few days ago as it pertains to Trump's address. All right, in the House, Congress. All right, y'all ready? Let's go.
That was Lebon James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves.
Why he got you up in here and we doing a boycott? We ain't supposed to be in here. Sis, what you doing up in here? We supposed to be boycotting.
Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
The people of the melanin are probably some of the most embarrassing people on planet Earth today. I cannot imagine a woman who claims to have a degree and to be smart and to represent her constituency is this silly and ghetto.
All right. So we're going to start off with none other, by popular demand, Kanye West. All right. He now goes by Ye. He finds it disrespectful to call him Kanye West. So we're going to watch this video of TMZ spotting Kanye West with his swastika shirt on, okay? We're going to get into a little bit of history with the swastika, okay? Maybe something historical about it that you may not have known, all right? But let's get into it, and it's a little history fact that comes behind this video that we finna play next, okay? And then I'm gonna show y'all something after that, all right? Let's go.
What would you say is the origin of the swastika?
Oh, it comes from the interior of Africa. It was a representative of brotherhood or brothership, sistership. Mm-hmm. It was a unity symbol. Mm-hmm. And Hitler never knew that. He just turned it into white Aryan brothership. Right. But it was always used. It was used in Native Americans. Mm-hmm. It was used in Asia. Mm-hmm. It was used in the interior of Africa and here in Kemet. And so he tapped into it. Hitler was into ancient Kemet.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So people don't know that. Yes. And he was a great scientist.
Yes.
Germany was far ahead technologically than Britain or America technologically. Mm-hmm. If he wasn't greedy trying to fight too many fronts at one time and went into Russia in the wintertime, he probably would have won.
Wow.
We'd be speaking Germany, right?
Yeah, we'd be speaking a totally different language.
He was in the North Pole, explorations.
Wow.
He had a spaceship, like
South Pole?
disc. Yeah.
Antarctica. Mm-hmm.
My family, this temple of Asherah had different angles.
Okay, so that brother you saw dropping all that knowledge, I forgot his name, but he is heavily documented. Okay, he has a history within the conscious community. He's certified. Okay, he's an elder and he knows what he's talking about. That video was taken of them doing the exploration of the pyramids in Kemet, which is now known as Egypt. Okay, but I wanted to show y'all something because you guys will not always catch up front. We will not always catch up front things and symbols and things that are being used that have been taken from us, right? And a lot of people didn't know that the swastika was its origins is in Africa. Okay, if you Google it, you'll find out that there's certain African countries that had the swastika on their currency, on their coins and stuff like that, right? Now, even though, like I said, I'm not trying to back Kanye West and say, he's a genius and none of this stuff like that. He's trolling, okay? He's trolling Jews. He's doing it for a specific reason. But what I'm saying is, in this specific instance right here, okay, I try to help my black folks, to not be so emotionally naive, emotionally gullible to being upset when you see that symbol, okay? Yes, it was hijacked by none other than Hitler to do, horrible things, right? But just know that he took something from us and flipped it, right? For his own gain, okay? Know that part of it as well. Don't just see a swastika and say, oh, and just attribute it to Hitler. Know the full history of it. No, Hitler, there has been no European in the history of civilization that has come up with something on their own and created something in their own. No, they take from us, they flip it, smack it up, flip it, rub it down, all that kind of stuff they do. And then, they twerk it. Look at all them other countries that have that, within their country. It's cool, ain't it? Yeah. So, don't look at the swastika, like that. Don't, know your history, okay? All right. So I'm going to get into this little funny viral clip I saw, because everybody's supposed to be boycotting. Is everybody out there still boycotting Target? Let me know in the chat. Y'all still boycotting Target? I know Pastor Jamal Bryant say he's doing a 40-day fast on Target, okay, for the whole DEI situation. Excuse me. Okay, well, I got a sister in Pittsburgh who is doing her due, looking out for her people. For those who may not know, they're supposed to be boycotting Target. Let's see how that goes.
Going up in here to find my sister. Why he got you up in here and we doing a boycott? We ain't supposed to be in here. Sis, what you doing up in here? We supposed to be boycotting. Oh. We ain't supposed to be up in here. You ain't here. That's what I'm talking about. I'm proud of you. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. I'm proud of you. And I came to talk to us so we can think better of ourselves. Yes.
I better wait. My daughter did say that. I'm going to wait.
It's up to you, but...
No, I appreciate you holding me accountable because I know I'm not supposed to be in here.
We supposed to be boycotting because we ain't supposed to be up in here. We boycotting. We're boycotting. No, we ain't supposed to be up in here.
Why?
Did you know that?
Wait, what?
I'm talking to my sister.
Sorry.
And you still shopping here. Why we up in here? Yes.
I better wait. My daughter did say that. I'm going to wait.
It's up to you, but...
No, I appreciate you holding me accountable because I know I'm not supposed to be in here.
We supposed to be boycotting because we ain't supposed to be up in here. We boycotting. We're boycotting. No, we ain't supposed to be up in here.
Why?
Did you know that?
Wait, what?
I'm talking to my sister.
Sorry.
And you still shopping here. Why we up in here? You're a little more connected to your roots. It's a boycott. Nothing else, right? Y'all working?
Yeah.
Okay. We ain't supposed to be up in here. We have to work together.
We're going to have to. I already know that for us.
We got to have some unity and some discipline, okay?
I can dig it.
But we can't be supporting these people. All right? Yeah. We got to have unity.
Absolutely.
All right. I love you, sis.
I love you.
Let me see. Rep said, nah, I'm not boycotting shit until the Dems start boycotting them Zionists of AIPAC. Okay. I respect that. Yeah, I try not to rain on nobody's parade when it comes to the whole thing when it comes to Target, whether you shop at, Target or not. I'm not big on Target, so there's nothing for me to boycott it. Well, but even though I'm not boycotting it, I salute those, who are, for whatever reason, whatever your reasons are. I just can't knock nothing that how can I say this? I can't knock anything being knocked down that primarily and mostly benefits white folks. When I saw the statistics that DEI, white women benefit the most from DEI. So when I heard them knocking it down, I was like, oh, okay, well, cool. I know there's going to be a lot of white women out there crying and upset, but, it really wasn't for us anyway. But okay, let's move further. I don't want to get caught up in that. One of the main topics today is LeBron James confronts Stephen A. Smith. I wish I was there. I wish I could have saw it live in action. if you guys don't know about Stephen A. Smith, you know, he's one of the big dogs of sports entertainment, ESPN First Take. And he has said some things in the past about Bronny James. I don't think it was disrespectful. I think the most hottest take that he's ever taken as far as Bronny James and LeBron James is that how he doesn't like that, how LeBron James sets his son up for scrutiny and for failure. He wants him to take a step back, fall back, you know, just let him, you know, make his own name and all these other things, right? Salute, salute, salute. If you guys just now joining the show, we're talking about LeBron James confronting Stephen A. Smith after the Laker game in New York. All right? I think Stephen A. bowed down and took a knee to the king. All right, well, we're going to get into this video clip. And then after this video clip, we're going to get into, you know, Stephen A.'s response. All right, let's go. That's right, Stephen A. I mean, that's right, LeBron James. I'm with LeBron James on this. My partner, you know, he's saying, hey, LeBron, don't be mad because your son hot garbage. I don't agree with that. I'm not taking that stance. Stephen A. Smith has a lot of things to say about the players. And this goes into the whole thing of, you know, remember back in the day in the 90s, you know, the 90s, that was around my era, starting of the 90s when I started like paying attention to NBA. They always mostly talked about the greatness of players, right? When they talked about Michael Jordan, they never talked about how, you know, he had a bad gambling habit. They never talked about how his, you know, retirement, quote unquote retirement, wasn't really a retirement. It was a suspension from the NBA because he got caught gambling on the games. But because he was the face of the NBA and the NBA didn't want to take that chance of, you know, taking a huge hit in viewership and, you know, hurting the company, they just made him step away for 2 years and told him to find something to do, say it's a retirement. And, you know, this is a 2-year suspension, right? My cousin Lil Milk, shout out to him, he brought that to my attention. I didn't know about this. His dad had a bad gambling habit too, right? But, you know, as time went on, you know, it stopped being more about basketball and it started getting more into the personalizing the characters of these guys, you know, instead of just analyzing them from a sports aspect. So, you know, LeBron James, as he was 18, you know, his feet been in the fire, you know, people attacking him, you know, because he wanted to be like Jordan and he wanted to be better than Jordan. And he you know, he see his son getting some of it and he's like, hell nah, not while I'm here. I respect that. Get in his ass. Look at him. But let's get into Stephen A.'s response. Because this will let me know he's taking a knee to the King James. He's bowing down. He don't have all that, you know, that rah-rah, right? Let's go.
That was LeBron James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. It was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. That wasn't a basketball player confronting me. That was a parent. That was a father. I can't sit here and be angry or feel slighted by LeBron James in any way in that regard. By all accounts, he's obviously a wonderful family man and a wonderful father who cares very, very deeply about his son. And based on some of the comments that he had heard, or shall I say, I think he thought he heard, he clearly took exception to some of the things that he heard me say, and he confronted me about it. For the record, his agent and friend, Rich Paul, has my number. Maverick Carter, who works under him, has my number. LeBron James knows how to get in contact with me if he.
See, he's talking about getting in contact with him. See, he don't want to have that type of encounter in public and be embarrassed because he ain't touching no 6'9", 230-pound nobody. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, yeah, you could have called me. No, bro. It's when I see you. I'm gonna look you dead in your eye, face to face, man to man, tower over you, look down on you, and you gonna fall in place. I respect that.
Wanted to. He never called, because had he called and wanted to talk to me, I would have accepted that call. Had he wanted to see me, I would have flown out and I would have seen him and I would have had a conversation man to man. But that is not what he elected to do. Instead, he elected to confront me while I was sitting courtside.
Like a man.
And he walked right up to me and he said what he had to say. And apparently he feels like I was slighting his son. Now let me tell you what I feel. What I would have said if we were in a different environment, because I was not going to engage in a confrontation at that particular moment in that setting. But if we had had that conversation, I would have said to LeBron James, I never would speak negatively about your son. I was talking about you, meaning you, LeBron James.
Y'all buying that? Y'all buying that? I think he said, please, Bron, please forgive me. I'm sorry. I think that's what he said. Is it true Stephen A. Smith always rag on black players but big up the white ones? I'm not sure because, yes, I'll give you a good example, right? I don't know if you ever heard of Kyrie Irving when he was playing for the Brooklyn Nets. He didn't want to take the COVID shot. So he was missing time, right? And Stephen A was hard on him, saying he called him selfish and, all these other things, right? Even though there were certain states who weren't pushing their players to have to take the shot so they could still play for their team. But New York, they had a mandate, right? They were one of the few states that had the mandate on the shot. So he was hard on them, right? Then Aaron Rodgers was on a podcast talking about how he took the vaccine, or he said he was vaccinated. And come to find out he wasn't. He did some holistic stuff, right? And when it got found out, that's when a few black players came on First Take and was going at Stephen A. They was like, yo, why you don't have that same energy for Aaron Rodgers that you have for Kyrie Irving? So yeah, he has a track record of being hard on black men than he does the white athletes. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm standing with LeBron James, like the GOAT. Okay. All right, so let's take a little step further, right? Let's get into this right here. The president's speech. President Trump's speech highlights and reactions. Now, there's a lot of things that happened. We're going to get into all of it. And I was surprised to see that even people on CNN were being very critical of the Democratic Party and how they were conducting themselves during Trump's address. I was shocked. I was taken aback. I really was. But at the end of it, it caused division within the Democratic Party. We'll get into that, but let's watch the highlights and the coverage after Trump's address. Let's go.
The behavior of Democrats last night was completely disgraceful and demonstrated how severely out of touch they are with the American public. It was the most shameful moment in the history of presidential addresses in that beautiful chamber.
We won the popular vote by big numbers and won counties in our country. Small business optimism saw its single largest one-month gain ever recorded, a 41-point jump.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
What were you shouting to the president?
The president said he had a mandate, and I was making it clear to the president that he has no mandate to cut Medicaid. I have people who are very fearful. These are poor people, and they have only Medicaid in their lives when it comes to their health care.
Just listen to some of the appalling waste we have already identified. $22 billion from HHS to provide free housing and cars for illegal aliens. $45 million for diversity, equity, and inclusion scholarships in Burma. $40 million to improve the social and economic inclusion of sedentary migrants. Nobody knows what that is. $8 million to promote LGBTQI+. A $3.5 million consulting contract for lavish fish monitoring. $1.5 million for voter confidence in Liberia. $14 million for social cohesion in Mali. $59 million for illegal alien hotel rooms in New York City. $250,000 to increase vegan local climate action innovation in Zambia. $42 million for social and behavior change in Uganda.
Thank you, Simone.
Can we talk about it?
The bingo signs were killing me. I don't know who thought up the bingo signs, but they should be fired.
Michael, this is an indictment, in my opinion, on the Democratic leadership. I talked to a lot of members they was texting. The staff were on my phones and they were calling. And I think the best way to describe it is the Democratic leadership said they didn't want disruptions and they wanted people to attend and bring a guest, and they wanted, little business as usual, and we're fighting back in other ways. There is a palpable disgust, as Claire said, from not just the members, but their constituents. And it's like a pot, as someone described it to me, that's boiling, and it's about to bubble over. If you do not allow the members a space to release valve, it's going to bubble over. And the visuals are not taking back the House in 2026. Not these visuals.
The United States has sent hundreds of billions of dollars to support Ukraine's defense with no security, with no anything. Do you want to keep it going for another 5 years? Yeah, you would say Pocahontas says yes.
Y'all remember her claiming that she was Native American? Yeah, that's who you talking to. That's what we calling her Pocahontas. Yeah, get out of here.
The idea of a president standing at that rostrum and throwing a slur at a United States senator in the middle because you disagree on policy is absolutely ridiculous.
I didn't know Pocahontas was a slur. Is Pocahontas a slur now? I'm sorry.
It was a horrific night for the opposition party. It started out with Al Green getting thrown off the House floor because he couldn't keep his emotions under control. Then they had the ridiculous paddles, which now social media is roasting.
That you said false on one side and
ridiculous.
Elon on
and
the
then
other.
finally, and maybe most terribly, the Democrats who couldn't find it in their heart to stand for objectively good things, including the 95-year-old mother of Mark Fogel, and Mark, who got rescued from a Russian prison, and they couldn't even stand up for that. I thought Democrats came into this speech lost and defeated by Donald Trump, and today it looks to me like they're even more lost and even more defeated than when this speech started.
This is not what we should be doing. I don't even know why we fighting with Greenland. Why we fighting with Greenland? We fighting with Canada. We fighting with Mexico. Yet we in love with Putin. What is happening? Like, this is not America. This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up.
If you could tell Donald Trump anything tonight, what would you tell him?
I would tell him to grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe.
We're going to get into her later because it's a guy named Brandon Tate. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, Officer Brandon Tate. He was the guy who was behind the joke about Joe Biden. Joe Biden was like, "Let's go, Brandon." Yeah, Brandon is a real heavy conservative black dude and a former police officer. He be saying some shit about us, man. You know, every now and then he may say something I agree with, but he be going hard. But so after this situation with Al Green in the beginning, right? He's a representative from Texas, gets kicked out. They had a vote that next day to censor him, okay? And I think Kathy Sly is watching, Queen Ma'at Heru. Let me know if this sounds familiar to you, Queen Ma'at Heru. It hurt my heart to hear this in 2025. The year of 2025. It hurt my heart to hear this. Listen to this.
By its adoption of House Resolution 189, the House has resolved that Representative Al Green be censured, that Representative Al Green forthwith present himself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure, and that Representative Al Green be censured with public reading of this resolution by the Speaker. The House had come to order. The House had come to order. What's that?
You wanted to let him keep doing this, or tell me clear?
The House had come to order. Clear the well, please. Clear the well. The House has to continue its business. Just say the House is in recess.
Yeah, I hear that. We shall overcome. Because Superfly with the cane, Al Green, got censored and they in there all conjured up together singing We Shall Overcome in the year 2025. Some things will just never change. Some things will just never change. All right, yeah, as it pertains to Jasmine, like she's a trip. She's a trip. She gets on my nerves too. I don't know what she thinks she's doing, and I don't know why my comments keep doing this. That's just crazy. Jasmine gets on my nerves now. I used to think she was on point, but lately she has been very very disappointed. That is true. That is true. As people been saying, need to quit singing and start swinging. Malcolm X. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts. Democrats singing like slaves. That's right. Well, I ain't gonna say slaves. I ain't gonna say slaves. They singing like our ancestors during the civil rights movement. Okay, what I'm saying is, man, it's a slap in the face for us to still be doing the things our ancestors did. It's just a slap in the face. Like, I'm quite sure if they could just wake up for 5-10 minutes, just come back for 5-10 minutes, man, they would cuss us out. And like, why are y'all still singing these damn songs? They be cussing us out. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Why y'all still singing these damn songs? Y'all can't come up with a new song. But these are the 10 Democrats that helped with the vote to get Texas Representative Al Green out of the censured. Those are 10 Democrats. That's right. 10 Democrats. So that's why I asked that question. Did Trump's speech actually divide the Democratic Party? I don't know about Chrissy Hogan, whatever, and Mary Glugenkamp Perez. I don't know if they're trans, but they look like it. They look like trans. I think they're trans. Because I know they got a couple on the left that are trans, right? If you trans and you voting the brother out, voting the brother to be censored, shame on you. I expect it from the mothers. I expect it from the others. That's crazy. Yeah, I think them two. If they're not trans, I'm sorry. But it's whatever. I do what I gotta do. I don't care. Can't censor me. Whatever you call it. All right. So let's get into let me see. Yeah, let's get into Brandon Tate. Brandon Tate. Yes, performative, weak as hell. Exactamundo. I don't know what's wrong with him. The crazy thing is, them folks singing that shit, they got a lot of Democratic voters. It's like, there's a lot of Democratic voters sitting in the houses watching that and was just like, look, we still have to sing this. Look at this. Damn you, Trump. Damn you, MAGA. Get the hell out of here. Blame Trump for every goddamn thing. Crackers been racist for a long time, been running this shit. It ain't just Trump. So yeah, we're gonna get into Brandon Tate. Brandon Tate has some harsh words for the black community and Jasmine Crockett. All right? If you guys don't know who Jasmine Crockett is, she is the young black lady that was cussing in the last video I played after during the Trump speeches, okay? She was going off. She went, I ain't gonna say she went viral, but she did a TikTok using Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. She was doing that in the Capitol, all these other things. She's trying very, very hard to engage with the young voters as it pertains to TikTok. But I always will say, you can use any new tool that is out there for you to use. But if you do not relate, you just don't relate. I don't care what tactics you use. Just because you use TikTok does not mean people can be like, oh, she knows how to use TikTok. Oh, let's vote for her. Oh yeah, she knows what's going on. No, you can still be a damn fool, an idiot. But I don't agree with a lot of what this dude is saying, but let's get into it. Let's see what Brandon Tate has to say about Jasmine Crockett and the black community as a whole.
There is one woman who really wants to be the face of the Democrat Party. She put out a little video last night ahead of the joint session. We have just, we can talk over it because we can't play the music. She said that, her people built this mother effer. She has to use swear words and she has to act like this. I know you do a lot of commentary on this. I don't know if this plays well for black women.
Okay, I'm going to say it, Tommy, so nobody else have to say it. The people of the melanin are probably some of the most embarrassing people on planet Earth today.
Why did he say that? I just don't understand how you wake up with that skin and those nigger lips and that nigger nose and that nigger hair and that nigger voice and say these things on a white podcast. At that, let's go.
I cannot imagine a woman who claims to have a degree and to be smart and to represent her constituency is this silly and ghetto. What an embarrassment to black people. What an embarrassment to women. And I'm sick of it. I pray to God one day, black people wake up. This is not cool. I don't see white people doing this. I mean, white people do corny stuff sometimes, okay? We get it. Everybody got their moments. But my God, you trying to be Kendrick Lamar in Congress? How about you do your doggone job? She is the dumbest, most ghetto woman in the entire Congress.
Y'all hear this? Let's go. Let's keep going. We keep going.
And they think it's cool. They think it's sweet. They literally are getting outpaced by every group in America. I hate to say it, but the people of the melanin got to wake up. Come find Jesus when it comes to a...
Wake up and find Jesus. Melanin people need to wake up and find Jesus. Last I heard, black people are the most religious people in any other group in America, let alone the world. They found Jesus, brother. Where the fuck you been at? Who are you?
Abortion, they have more abortions than anybody else. When it comes to poverty, impoverished more than anybody else. When it comes to physical health and obesity in this country, they're more obese than anybody else. When it comes to murder, when it comes to violent crimes, when it comes to being dumb on voting, they're the most disgraceful group And then not everybody, but as a group, somebody got to call it out. Tommy, I'll do it. They can call me a coon, Uncle Tom, all they want. Look.
No, you're not an Uncle Tom. I know about Tom's Cabin, okay? Stop calling black folks Uncle Tom, people, please, okay? Uncle Tom was a person who helped enslaved people he gave them sanctuary in Canada, okay? And they used that book, Uncle Tom, to smut his name, okay? So stop calling black people who you feel like are sellouts Uncle Toms, okay? It's not true, all right? Call him a good old-fashioned coon. Call him a good old-fashioned jigaboo, okay? Call him a good old-fashioned tar baby, a gorilla, ape, whatever else you want to call him. Don't call him Uncle Tom, okay? Let that man rest in peace. Put respect on his name.
Look at the numbers. While they sitting there dancing and trying to be Kendrick Lamar, who he only become famous because he dissed another black man.
That's another thing that's not true. Drake is not black. He is Jewish. He's a white boy. He's cosplaying as a black rapper. More lies. Let's keep going.
While they doing all that, Hispanic women are in front of them, white women. They so silly that they crying and spitting in the streets, boycotting over DEI. And when you look at the research, DEI benefit white women more than any group in the country. And
that's true. That's true. I can't lie. That is true. I still don't understand why a lot of y'all are boycotting over DEI. You should be celebrating because a lot of white women that should be losing their jobs because they getting rid of that. It benefits white women more. But let's keep going.
For some reason, after all that Martin Luther King did, after all our ancestors did, and we still silly. That's my take on it. I'll do your whole show talking about how disgraceful some of these people are, but I'll pass the mic back to you.
Well, how y'all feel about that clip? Brandon Tate was going in on us. How you feel about that? Yep, cooning ass, not tar, baby. The way I choke, yeah. Hey, shoe fits, he got to wear it. Damn jigaboo. But he definitely has some self-hate issues. This ninja isn't associating himself with us clown. Yes, he is very much a clown. We got to get out of that Uncle Tom stuff, okay? Uncle Tom, look it up. Uncle Tom's Cabin, okay? He had a large piece of land to give sanctuary for slaves who were able to escape and cross through into Canada. They put a big statue of him up in Canada, matter of fact, okay? And it's this book called Uncle Tom's Cabin, right? That basically, like how they always did, right? How they used to put up art with black people eating watermelon, right? And they had the big lips and the big nose, and they be like, "Ooh, I sure loves watermelon," But that was that was just to get us off our square, man. Make us not like who we were and what we did. Watermelon is a healing fruit, right? But a lot of us didn't know that. That was a fruit for us. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things they do that they like poke fun at and all that other stuff. And all they do was just steal our stuff anyway. That's what's crazy. We always fall for the okie doke of hating what we created and what we originated so they can take it and make money off of it. That's just crazy. Just like with that swastika, yo. Just like with that swastika. I ain't saying go find you a swastika shirt and go wear it to your job or go wear it wherever. I'm not saying that, because like I said, you do have the liberty to do what you want, but there are still consequences out there that's waiting on you, okay? I'm just saying that don't look at the swastika and immediately attribute it to Hitler because that wasn't his. It was ours first. We used it on our currency. We used it for very, very positive reasons, very positive instances, okay? But did you guys enjoy the show? Did you go, I don't like it. I'm irritated at work right now. He says he wanted to do a berating black people. So, wow. So this person is Brandon Tate. I'm going to have to look him up because he seems to be okay with being a token. Yes. Look him up. He has a huge platform on YouTube. He became popular during the first term of Donald Trump. And then just damn near skyrocketed after he went viral for Joe Biden saying, "Let's go, Brandon." that was a conservative thing that they say. They told him to say, let's go Brandon, and he said it. And they were talking about this dude, and it just bumped up his numbers. He became a media sensation overnight, right? Cocksucker. Okay, all right. Let's see, great show. Okay, I want you guys to stay tuned though. Okay, I have a commercial that's coming up next. Okay, I want you guys to check this out, and thank you guys for watching and tuning in for the show. Please share this video, man, to anybody who you may know, or just share it, man. Look out for me, okay? I'm trying to grow. YouTube is trying to hold me back. And if you guys are watching on YouTube at any other time in the future and it happens to shut down for whatever reason, I am live on X as well, on Twitter, because YouTube has been messing with me a whole lot lately, okay? They have been flagging my channel, trying to get it shut down. But here is a message and an advertisement for none other than the Elmer Geronimo Pratt Gun Club, okay? Founded by brother Nick Bezel, all right? And we are out. Let's see.
Do you think that with this kind of thoughts you have, you're being watched?
Absolutely. I know for a fact I am. I know for an absolute fact that I'm being watched.
Is this a thin red line between I fight for the rights of the black people of America and I'm a terrorist?
Yeah. I mean, to white America, I've already crossed the line.
So you are a terrorist for them?
For them, I am. For them, I am. I believe in black people. I believe that we have the right to live just like everybody else. And I'm not going to back down from it. Could it cost me my life? I believe so. Will it cost me my life? I'm not sure. But I know what the consequences are for me speaking out. I know what the consequences are for me training black people to defend themselves, to fight. People are tired. People want to push back. They just want to be left alone.